Another botched execution has some lawmakers calling for a change in the death penalty. This past week in Arizona, a lethal injection took hours to kill a convicted murderer. Whether it's time to look at alternatives is our question in tonight's Say What.
Many of us described it as sort of looking like a fish out of water.
The execution of Joseph Wood took so long, his attorneys had time to run out and file an appeal to stop it while their client was dying. But the victim's family is understandably outraged at the suggestion that he suffered.
What's excruciating is seeing your dad lying there in a pool of blood, seeing your sister lying there in a pool of blood.
But even Senator John McCain, who supports capital punishment, called Wood's execution torture.
Well, he certainly shouldn't have botched it.
On a day for celebrating life and family at Noelridge Park, we asked if you think it's time to return to firing squads or commute death sentences to life in prison. Greg says he just doesn't understand why they can't get it right.
People can operate with anesthesia without any problems. Do you think they'd be able to use drugs effectively to put somebody to death?
On our Facebook page, Dave writes, "He is dead. Execution was successful. The two people he murdered had nobody looking out for them." Nikki writes, "I'm all for firing squads and not having them wait years to finally be executed." Jacob writes, "Let's see, a 50-cent bullet or thousands for life in prison. I always order off the dollar menu." But Nora says nobody should have to suffer.
I definitely think that capital punishment is there for a reason.
Meantime, back at Noelridge, Kristen is spending the day with two precious lives of her own. She's not sure about alternatives, but knows there are crimes so horrible that execution needs to be an option.
Somebody who can murder two people in cold blood, if that's what our judiciary system has found him guilty for those kind of crimes, then that's what he deserves.
Now, Utah carried out the last execution by firing squad 4 years ago, and some other states, including Missouri, are looking at bringing it back. You can still leave your thoughts right now on our Facebook page.